We've currently got an abundance of eggs, and so in this video, I'm going to show you how to make a really easy 3-ingredient French toast that is fantastic for the freezer. School's going to start up in a month or two, depending on where you live, and it's really handy to have something in there you can just grab, pop in the toaster, and you're good to go. We've got all of these eggs, but if you don't have a lot of eggs, you can stretch them out by adding some cream or milk. But today I'm using all of these eggs and no other liquid. We're also using cinnamon. I decided to go ahead and add a little pumpkin pie spice too. We don't normally do that, but it sounded good. Then we're using a big bowl, a whisk, a casserole dish, and a skillet. We always first crack them in a little bowl, and then if a shell gets in there, it's easier to fish them out before adding them into the mixture. And then we don't throw away any of our shells. They all get composted. The next step is simply to whisk all of the eggs until all of those yolks are broken up before adding the spices on top. We're adding the cinnamon, just eyeballing it, and then the pumpkin pie spice, and then we can just add more if it doesn't look rich enough. You can use whatever type of bread you like. I like it a little thicker cut. We're just laying each of the slices of bread into the mixture, and then when it is completely full, we just go back to the start and start flipping them over so that the other side can also get coated. Tongs are nice to use to keep your hands clean, but you can also use your fingers. Stale bread works pretty good for this because it doesn't get soggy as quickly. This bread is quite fresh, and so if we leave it too long, it'll actually fall apart when we go to flip it over or trying to take it out of the pan onto the skillet. If you don't want quite as much mixture to soak into your bread, just do 1 or 2 at a time, because the length of time that it sits in the mixture, it actually gets quite heavy and soaks up quite a bit of that egg. Now each slice goes on to the skillet to brown, and I honestly don't know how long this takes, but it's just a few minutes. Now if your bread sits for a bit and it gets very soggy, just use a spatula. Try to drip off some of the extra egg mixture before transferring it onto the skillet. That also works good, and it doesn't allow your bread to fall apart. I go straight from mixture to skillet, but my granddaughter likes the way that my dad does it. His is neater. He does 1 piece at a time, and he uses a piece of bread that he places underneath the battered bread to keep any of the mixture from dripping onto the counter. Nice and neat. He is the French toast master of the family. So when checking to see if it's finished cooking, if it's nice and brown, it's done. If not, just turn it back over and let it sit for a little bit longer. This is what it should look like. Nice and brown and toasted, kind of like a grilled cheese. Once both sides have been cooked, they're ready to just eat straight away. But we are going to be putting these in the freezer, so I'm transferring each of these to a cooling rack. They need to be cold when I package them up. Here's the finished product, all ready to put into a labeled freezer bag. They freeze really well. You just open it up, take out how many pieces you want. They don't stick to each other. We like to just pop them in the toaster, but you have a fast homemade breakfast.